It's Friday. Everybody knows what that means. It's a new banner! And this banner is insane. To start off here, we're going to start with Cloud of Darkness. She's not technically on the banner, but she got an upgrade. So that with the Final Fantasy III event, now she can get 6 stars. So if you've gathered up a whole bunch of 6-star materials and you had a Cloud of Darkness at rank 5, you're just going to upgrade her. And hopefully you saved a bunch of cactuars, because level 1 to 100 is quite a bit of a gap. You won't be able to use her in the event unless you level her up. So anyway, we're just going to overview real quick what she's gaining. She's going from these stats here at 5-star, if that's where you have her, up to her 6-star stats. She's gaining quite a bit of attack, MP. The other stats don't entirely matter. I mean, she's got some nice defense increase, so she might live a little bit better. Same with the spirit for magic defense. 30 or 23. It's not a huge increase, but it's great. Lots of HP. It's 6-star stats, so it's still, you're expecting it to be better. So her status ailment resistances are apparently going from 10% up to 30% at her 6-star. So all of these statuses, she's just 30% chance it's not going to hit her now. Her element resistances are at 50%. Which is huge. Basically, as a DPS, she's going to be taking very little damage, and it's really good. She still has her main weakness, which is her lack of weapon and armor choices, though. She is going to be upgrading to level 7 green magic, which I don't even know if there is level 7 green magic in the game. There might be. If you don't know her old abilities, lots of attack stuff. She has innate barrage. That was what put her in the top 5 when she was originally out. Now she's going up to Man-Eater Plus. So rather than 50% against humans, it's 75% bonus damage. Basically, humanoids are going to get wrecked by her. She has an extra 20% HP, gives her even more survivability. Aura Ball is reduce attack 30% for 3 turns and silence at a 40% chance to all enemies. It's a really good attack debuff, and if they're mages, they're going to get silenced as well, as long as they're silenceable. Omniveil is something really helps her utility for the team. Increases all element resistances to 30% for all allies for 3 turns. It's pretty big. It does cost quite a bit of MP though at 53, so you may or may not want to use this. It will be very situational. If there's fights where they're using a lot of different elements, you might want to use this. Otherwise, you'll probably still just use bar spells, the bar Agas. Comeback is cure almost all the status effects from all allies. It's really good. I just wish that there was Stona in here, so removing Stone, that'd be great. I mean, you could even add in like, hey, it raises everybody, but that would be a little bit much, especially for 20 MP. It's a really good support ability. So not only is she going to be a beast mode attacker, but she's also going to be helping out the party with these basically AoE utility moves. She gets another 30% attack, so a total of 50% attack bonus. Her base is 150 almost, so 75 attack just being added to her natural just from those passives. That's huge. She's going to hit like a truck now. Not that she didn't before, but even better now. Call of the Void, dark physical damage 2.1 times with ignore physical 25 or ignore defense 25%. It's a great move if they're not immune to physical, like the last event. That wouldn't work too well here. It does cost a lot of MP though, so it's kind of a hit or miss. If you do a large chain and then drop this out, it will be pretty good, as long as you're not resistant or immune to dark damage. She does gain, actually she doesn't gain any magic, but she will still be using Thundaga. You can use Protect as her support, so she's a really good support attacker, and they've really increased both of those things. And Perfect Void is actually gaining Blind added to it at her 6-star. Other than that, you're going to have the general 6-star Awakening Materials, Calamity Gems, Writs, etc. And her 6-star gains more of these little creepy dudes beside it. Yeah, I don't know what those are. They're either demons or spirits or something. It's just kind of creepy to me. Anyway, we're going to move on here to the actual banner units. So we start off with Ingus. I'm just going to remove there, and we got Ingus in here. So I really like his design in the fact that he actually starts gaining clothing each time he increases his awakening level, as you'll see through the rotating on the bottom left of my screen. Hopefully it's rotating in the right order. And maybe. Anyway, so he is the quote-unquote weakest unit on the banner. And when your weakest unit has full break, it's a pretty good banner. So he's starting with letters and arms for his Trust Mastery. Increases magic by 50% when equipped with a sword. I'm hearing reports of this stacking on the global version. So if you have 4 of these on a mage that has a sword, they're going to gain 200% magic, which is insane. I cannot confirm or deny whether the stacking actually works or if that's not intended. So this could get patched out, or it could just be an amazing TM for sword mages. So like Celis, Terra, I think X-Death might even be able to use it. Obviously any of the red mages would be able to use it as well. His stats aren't horrible, but they aren't great. He's a red mage. He's master of everything, or not a master of everything. He's jack of all trades, master of nothing. So he does have decent stats, but nothing is like shining as, hey, I'm an attacker, I'm a defender. He's just got kind of average on all stats, and that's what red mages do. He's able to use swords, staffs, rods. So basically, he's a knight, a healer, and black mage, basically. So, but to a lesser extent than each of those roles. That's how red mage has always been. So he will innately be able to get white, black, and green magic. He does have 4 ability slots, which is good. His armors pretty much get everything, which isn't a bad thing. His passives, though, we got magic, HP, and attack plus. It doesn't really increase him up to being the point of being like, yeah, he can be an attacker or a magic attacker, but he can fill this sub role of doing a little bit of everything. So like if it's a fight where magic damage doesn't work, he can still swing his sword. If it the other way around, he can still cast magic and he can still heal the party and help out. He does have the red mage unique ability, which was first introduced, I believe, in Final Fantasy XI, Convert. It's in Final Fantasy XI, it's swapped to your current HP and MP pool. In this, it just recovers all MP. Doesn't matter what MP you have gotten to, it's recovered, and it drops your HP to 1. This is a very dangerous skill to use in the fact that if you use it and he's the last person on your team to act, the enemy could just wipe him. But if you have a dedicated healer and he's your off healer, he'll never run out of MP, ever. Doesn't matter what he's doing. Because as soon as you convert, you can just snap it back with a Curaga or something like that, Curaja, and he just won't run out of MP, which is pretty awesome. It's very situational, though, because, again, if you use it the wrong way, it's just going to get him killed. He, lastly, has full break. A full breaking unit is... There's, 4 or 5 of them, I think, right now. So he's a 3-star. He's going to be easily pulled during this banner right now. I, in fact, already pulled him with my daily pull. Sorry, I didn't wait for the video. I was too excited. It is my birthday today, so I was like, maybe I'll get a Luneth. Didn't happen. I do have pulls for the end of the video that we will be doing, though, even though I blew all my tickets and everything on Demon Rain. If anybody was watching my Twitch stream 2 nights ago, you saw that amount of fail. Let's just say I got a lot of shadows and Kryl, and I was crying. So for magic, he's standard kind of red mage thing. He has a little bit of everything, but nothing is great. So he does have Cure, Cura, and Curaga, as well as Esuna for his white magic. So he's able to single target pretty strong. AoE is kind of he's a support AoE healer. Esuna is great, though, because he can actually remove a lot of things from party members. A lot of the white mages don't have Esuna, so he's paired as a secondary healer very well in this regard. So he's a really good all-around unit. He's also, for his support magic, Sleep, Blind, Silence. Blind is probably the best one out of that. Most things don't sleep. Most things don't cast right now. And for his attack magic, we got Arrow, Fire, Arrowra, and Fyra. I really wish he had Fyraga and Arrowga. It would make him just a little bit better, but unfortunately, this is generally how red mages go. They don't get the top tier magic. His Limit Burst is an AoE fire attack and reduces Spirit for 40%. up to 59% for 3 turns. It's a better limit burst than most red mages have. Most of the red mages have some sort of AoE, so like the fire magic damage, but this also is dropping their spirit, so this can really help your team if you do not use, say, his full break. Actually, I think it's stronger than full break if you level it up, because full break should be 40%, no, 30%, so it's always better than that. This would be paired really well with a mage team. Standard kind of awakening materials. He doesn't even use any of the specials except for maybe Talmonite of Life. I'm not sure on that. And his sprites, like I said, really cool. He gains his cape and then he adds a sword in. Not sure if I actually had all 3 of them on there rotating. I might have only put 2. Haven't been watching. Yeah, it looks like I might have only did the 2. My bad. Anyway, his 4-star, since it hasn't been scrolling, I don't think, he gains a cape. Oh, no, it is there. Okay. I was too busy reading and not looking at that. So that's Ingus in a nutshell. He's a really good, well-rounded character, but he's not great at one thing. That's just the kind of thing that red mages do. They're good at a little bit of everything, but they aren't going to be your main damage dealer, your main healer, or your main magic damage dealer. But they're able to do all of it decently. And this red mage specifically is probably the best red mage that we've had so far for being able to actually use things such as Esuna and the Curaga, as well as full break and having convert. Like if you could throw something on him like say Ultima and you just keep slamming Ultima into enemies, he might not hit that hard, but it doesn't matter that it costs so much MP because you can just keep converting. If you had 2 of these guys and they were convert and healing each other, you'd have MP forever. Anyway, we'll move on here. So we're going to pull up Arc next. One of my kind of favorite units out of this. He's also a 3-star base, pretty easy to pull. He's going to be having Omni Rod for his Trust Mastery, which is the best Mage Rod in the game right now for us in Global, and I believe it's the 2nd best in the Japanese version. So it's going to be great for quite a while if you get that. He is a black wizard, so he's going to be black mage casting a lot of stuff, so checking out his magic. It's not as high as, say, Kefka, but it's still workable. His HP is really low like most black mages, so he's probably going to be weaker on that side of you got to protect him or he's going to die. His other stats kind of standard on the black mage. He doesn't have any resistances. He's going to have access to black mage gear. That's all you really want him to have access to, because if he had access to anything else, you might get crazy ideas like I usually do. For passives, MP plus 20%, magic plus 20%, and his bread and butter, dual black magic, he gets this innately, so think of Vivi and all the times we've used him and giggled at how he's good but not. Well, this is Arc at 5-star, so it's a Vivi 5-star basically. He's got dual black magic, he's going to wreck stuff, because he's going to have a much higher base magic, and I believe he has roughly the same element advantage, so he's going to have the fire, lightning, and blizzard, all the Agas for it. He also has death, which is kind of neat, because the Colosseum right now, most of the trash mobs, quote-unquote, are not immune to death. So you can actually dual cast death in Colosseum and try to just, like, burn through it really quickly. Other than that, like, he's a black mage in a nutshell. He has the 3 elements that you want. He has Osmo so he can get his MP back, which is huge on a black mage. He has death for some added sort of utility, if you want to call that utility. It's kind of sadistic to call it utility, but yeah, and he has the dual black magic, which is great. He's going to be one of the top tier black mages for quite a while because of this. Kefka will have better single target damage, most likely with hyperdrive. But Arc's going to do some massive AoEs with the dual Againg over and over. His limit burst is really weird though. As a black mage, he's actually healing the party. It has quite a high heal mod, so like 9 times. But because he's not really a spirit character, it probably won't heal more than like a Kiraja. But it's still nice to have a heal. The main thing about it is that it also increases your mage for 3 turns to all allies. So you're also helping other mages. Generally, we're used to mage limit breaks being damage. So this is kind of cool that it's both a heal and a boost. So it's kind of like having focus, a stronger focus on here. For Awakening, looks like pretty standard stuff. And his sprites, He kind of goes from this preppy nerd to a even more preppy nerd into a what actually looks like a black mage. So that's my opinion on him there. All round here, I'd say he's pretty good. If you pull him, he's 3-star, so you're gonna pull him. It'll be pretty easy, and he'll fill out any mage spot that you really need. Even if you have a Kefka, you could probably throw this guy in as a secondary mage. We're gonna move on to Refia here. Refia is starting out. She's a 4-star, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to pull her. She does go up to a 6-star though. All these other guys, they only go up to 5-star. She comes with Mentality as her trust reward, MP plus 20%, Spirit plus 30%. It's good. It's not amazing. I mean, it's amazing for like healers, but generally for your party, you're going to want to farm out those dual wields or Excaliburs and stuff. You're going to do more by dealing that much more damage than getting that much like lightly more healing and having more MP. It's a great TM, but it's not good enough compared to others that are out there. So you don't really want to farm that unless you just have all that extra time and you already have all that other stuff. Then yeah, definitely grind it. Her stats at 6-star, as a 6-star, she is going to have pretty high stats compared to most. So her spirit is the main thing here. She has 150 to start. She has 3100 HP. So she's not going to die too easily compared to most 5-stars, but that's kind of expected with her 6-star. She has most the standard mage gear stuff. Interestingly enough, she also can wear maces. I don't know if you'd really ever want to, but you might have a crazy build. She has HP plus 10%, MP plus 20%, Spirit plus 30% for her passives, and these all they're great. I mean, 30% Spirit on top of 150 Spirit, she's gonna heal pretty good. Her unique ability here, which makes her amazing, is Kaz's Pendant. She is, I like how it says increased resistance. It just makes her immune to Silence, Paralyze, Confuse, and Petrify, which generally whenever you have an issue with your healers, it's usually them getting paralyzed, confused, petrified, and in the odd case, silenced, because any of these just completely destroy your party, because if you can't fix your healer, like you have to take a turn from one of your characters to fix that, otherwise you wipe because you have no healing. So the fact that she just can't have that happen to her is really huge. Embolden is her 6-star, it's an amped version of Cheer. So it gives 5% more attack and defense than Cheer at 45%, and for rather than 3 turns, it's 5 turns. It does cost a little more MP though, but for that extra 2 turns, it's entirely worth it, because you're going to cast that and then you can get back to doing whatever you want to do. You can even pop ethers and stuff like that during those additional 2 turns. You don't have to worry about that as often, so it's a turn economy thing. That's why I really, really like that ability. I'm hoping that I pull her at some point. It is going to be a bit harder with her being a 4-star. Her magic, another great thing about her, is basically all of her magic. So she has Stona. It's the one thing that Esuna cannot catch. So the healers that do have Esuna generally don't have Stona. In this case, she has Stona. She has Esuna, so she can clear all of the major effects that matter. Disease she cannot get, but you can always add that to her if you need to. I haven't encountered anything that diseases us yet. It's a major stat down, like all stats down. It kind of sucks. Dispel is great for hitting the enemy. Generally, you'll have that on like a black mage, but if she's got those extra 2 turns because she used Embolden rather than Cheer, she's got 2 turns to do something. So if she can Dispel rather than one of your mages, that mage gets to do more damage. Kiraga is great. It's a single target major heal. It doesn't cost as much as Kiraja, but it also doesn't heal as much as Kiraja to that single target. Kiraja also does everybody. Kira is going to be for your light cures, just to top people up. Kiraja is going to be your huge bomb. You'll probably only use that in most events. Kiraga might be if you have a really, really good tank that is just soaking up all the damage, then you'll Kiraga him rather than waste the extra MP. And then another one of her bread and butters, she has a lot of bread and butters. Everything about her is pretty much amazing. This is the new Lena. So Lena was good for us for months on end. Refia is going to be the next one that's good for quite a while. Full life, it's raise, but gives them 100% HP back. So they come back to life, full HP. Even the 20 MP, that's not bad. I mean, that's technically like a full heal and a raise, which I think raise is like 12 MP or something. So for an additional 8 MP, they get full health. So, and you save a full turn too. So they won't just get one shot right away. Her limit burst, really good again, cures all status ailments. I think that includes disease and stone and all of them. And it also increases defense for everybody. Most likely you're going to already have defense from either, say, a Cecil limit break or you're emboldened, but if you actually upgrade this, 64% defense, it's not bad. Standard awakening materials, except for Wicked Drop, those are somewhat new. You should have quite a few of them from the last events. If you are new, then you can get them from the newest tier of the awakening dungeon, Vortex. And these other materials are all 6-star, so you'll have to grind events for those. Her sprites are pretty cute. She goes from, basically she just gets a little bit more sparkly around her, and her staff gets way more cool. She does get the little white mage hood, though, near the end on 6-star, which I appreciate, because I really like the actual white mage look, the traditional one. So, now that we're done with Refia, which, again, if you pull Refia, she's probably going to be your main healer for a long time, so rejoice. If you don't pull her, and you have a Lena, she's still going to be good. Lena's still going to be really high tier. She's just like one underneath Refia. Garnet and I think it's Roselia. They're also just underneath Refia, but I highly recommend try to get a Refia. You should definitely be pulling on this banner. So we're going to go on to the character that everybody is kind of just flipping out over. Luneth is basically lightning tier, and that's because he has dual wield innately. We're going to start with his Trust Mastery here so I don't forget. It is Celestial Gloves, increases attack, magic, defense, and spirit by 30. Huge boost to all your stats. You can put this on basically anyone, especially people with double hand. You're going to get a bonus 15 on top because it's just a straight 30 attack rather than the percent attack. So this is a really huge accessory, great to grind out. You're probably going to be grinding this out anyway if you have a Luneth, because you're going to always use Luneth. I'll show you why. He starts out at a 5-star base, so he's going to be really hard to pull, just like Lightning, just like Demon Rain if you're me trying to get him the last 2 weeks like an idiot. You should, if you were smart, like most of you are, you probably saved a lot of tickets for the next event because you're like, the next one's going to be way better than the Halloween one. And if you did that, I hope you pull Luneth because he's a great character. He's going to be amazing. Just add me on the friends list. That way you can carry me since I didn't, like a silly person. Anyway, he has a lot of HP, a decent amount of MP, and he has a huge attack. Defense, magic, and spirit are all okay. I mean, he's not going to take too bad of hits with that, but he's still not a tank. He's not meant to be a tank, though. So he gets every type of basically bladed weapon, like swords and sword style. So katanas, greatsword, daggers, etc. You're probably going to be sticking regular swords on him, though, and I'll show you why. He does get 4 ability slots, does not get access to magic, which is unfortunate. He has access to all the different kind of armors that you're really going to want. He starts with counter. So like Lightning, he's very similar to Lightning. So we can compare him to Lightning. They both have counter. He has hit all, which is very much like Area Blast. So it just smashes everybody. I think it's actually cheaper than Area Blast by 1 MP. He has an additional 20% HP and 30% attack, so his attack is just skyrocketing again. Sword Master, so as long as you have a sword, this is why I said this before, so you put on the Enhancer on him or something similar, he gets another 20% attack. So for those that aren't TM masters, like you don't have Excaliburs and all that stuff, Excalibur is not classed as a sword, it's classed as a greatsword. So if you are a regular player and you have an Enhancer, as soon as you get this guy, he's automatically just going to be way stronger because you're not sitting there going, okay, I have to grind out an Excalibur to make him really good because he gets that 20% just from having swords. Cut Through is one of his amazing abilities. It's a 2.5 times with Ignore Defense 25%. It's a large amount of MP, but this is going to be one of your moves that you're going to use a lot. Because it's a 25% ignore, it's going to be dealing, I can't remember the actual math on it, but it's more like a 3.6 times attack, I believe, maybe even higher, maybe a little bit lower. I'd have to double check that math later. But because it is ignore defense and it's a single hit, unlike, so lightning has crushing blow that is like a 4 hit, it's spread amongst those 4 hits. With this being a single hit, you can chain with Edgar's and then slam it into him with a cut through for just an insanely large number. Her pendant is increased resistance to blind, paralyze, confuse, and petrify, and by increased resistance I mean immune. Again, really great because you don't have to worry about these things sticking to them. Auto refresh, kind of standard with 5-star bases, most of them anyway. So he's going to kind of keep his MP up if the battle does manage to stay longer than 2 or 3 turns, which usually they don't whenever you're using a character like this. Advance is a single target on himself, buffs his attack, but reduces his defense. So basically he just goes berserk and ham on people. So this is actually stronger than most of our attack buffs. So if you don't have the MP for cheer or something like that, he can just advance himself and then slam the enemy for 2 turns. Because, well, technically for 3 turns, but then he has to recast this again. So it really depends on your party makeup and how you want to do the fight. And then again, another unit with dual wield. This basically just doubles his damage. He gets to hold 2 swords now, and he's going to just smash everything. If you are really heavy into TMs, you can equip the equip Greatsword, and, well, he actually has Greatswords, right? Yeah. So you can equip an Excalibur, and in the other hand have a regular sword. He'll still benefit from the 20% attack bonus, and you can have that damage from the Excalibur as well. So overall, just everything in here, he is an attack unit. Attacks like crazy. His limit burst is decent damage. I mean, it's a limit burst style damage, and it reduces defense. If you manage to max it out, 54% defense down, which is really good. It's even better than most of the breaks, but generally you're going to be at this percent, which is about the same as a break, like a full break. So unless you manage to max it out, you're really not changing much. Standard 6-star awakening materials. I mean, they're interchangeable is how most of the units seem to be. And coming down to his sprites, it's really not that flashy, which I kind of like, but at the same time, I feel like they might have been able to do something better. He's just kind of standing there with his 2 swords, and here he's got a little effect, and he put on a red vest instead of the other color. So other than that, there's really not much more to say about these banners, this specific banner and these characters, other than you should pull for them, because, like I said before, the worst character has full break. That's a great banner. You have what's going to be a top tier black mage, the top tier white mage, tied for like the best physical damage dealer with Luneth, and like Ingus is still, I probably will still use him. He uses full break, and he's got some decent kind of well-rounded kit. So, and you'll definitely be upgrading your Cloud of Darkness as well, because she's just going to become an insane attacker on her own, but yeah, you'll be fine. If you haven't pulled her yet, it kind of sucks because she's not in this banner, but if you have pulled her, well, just upgrade her. We're going to move on here. We're going to leave Luneth up in the corner here because these are... on my streams, I've actually been doing rerolls and showing people and giving away accounts, so come and check out my stream, twitch.tv/Dovaz. I kind of stream whenever I'm not at work, and my work hours are very random, so if you just hit a follow, you'll see whenever I'm on. So this one here on the right is actually a giveaway account / if I do get a whole bunch of Luneths, I'll probably give a bunch away, but I'm going to try to get an account with a Luneth just to make myself a friend. So let's see what we get here. Well, we got a blue crystal here. So this is kind of replacing my usual 5 pulls. Oh, it turned into a gold. Replacing the 5 pulls that I do at the end, because on my actual account, I'm out of tickets and stuff because I tried blowing everything on trying to get Demon Rain. Tella's not bad. We want to try to get a Luneth here, though. Yeah, I blew everything on Demon Rain. I even ended up spending a little bit of money, just like it was like $30, and I got nothing from that. So I still consider myself a free-to-play player. I got like Shadows, Bediles, and Kryl. It was really, really saddening. It made me wish that I never did that. It was bad. So, music is now over. So we're going to that one. I think we need a better song here. We're gonna go to this one. Yeah, the remixed version. I believe this is the PSP version. We're gonna try to get that hype and get a Luneth here. We're also gonna do it on this one here. This account here is the one that I kept pulling and pulling and pulling until I got a Demon Rain. It's not on my main account, which really upset me. But I have a secondary account that I am now playing on my Twitch stream with my Demon Rain. So for players that are looking for hints and stuff of how to get through the storyline with really crap units. So I'm just like using really bad units plus Demon Rain. That one turned into a gold as well. And see, this is the Bane of Bedile that I have. So we're also going to pull on this account. If I get a Luneth on this account, it might turn into my main. Just because it has Demon Rain and I don't know why. Again, I just wanted him. So we're gonna pull. We're gonna do some multi-pulls here. Do two at a time. This is another thing that I do on stream. I'll just have like 3 accounts just pulling stuff. This one has gotten another gold. And while I also play on my main account, a lot of stuff happens on my stream. Highly recommend it. Charlotte's not bad, except I think this account already has a Charlotte. Sabin is. See, I'm getting golds, but I'm just getting horrible golds. And there's 1 left on this account. Oh, that one's the half price. And when this one gets up to 5K this week, it's going to be doing a 10+1. I'll make sure that I record it. I'll probably do a another video or something for that. Oh, look at that. We got Ingus. So, again, 3-star base for Ingus. Ignis? No, Ingus. I never really played 3 much. Oh, got Arc. So you will get Arc and Ingus quite often. So this account here is already done up. Arc's not bad since I am going to be playing this account here as a secondary. So that's kind of awesome. I have 6 tickets on here. So we're kind of getting a bonus amount of tickets because I did this account as well. So we got Tella, Luna, Bedile, Ingus, and Sabin. It's not the greatest. This one here is done. Probably just gonna delete it because there's nothing really that good there. Let's pull up. Wow, I just got a Zidane. Okay, so this secondary account of mine is starting to really not look so bad compared to my old account now. Not my old account, but my main account. So I have 2 Charlottes. Got an Arc for my magic damage now. I got a Zidane that I can grind out a dual wield for somebody. Everybody else is kind of okay. I can grind out a barrage, but Demon Rain was basically why I wanted to play it. I didn't even have time because I pulled him on Wednesday. Didn't have time to get any candy to be able to get his auras or anything, so I'd have to substitute something else. I don't know. I just really like the character and his design. So we're gonna put that up here so you can see that. Wait, actually it's on the top left. Whatever. We have 2 of them now. And pulling some more. Oh, it's gold. Could be a Refia. Could turn into a rainbow. Could also be a shadow. It's a lock. I mean, usually I'd be like, God damn it, I have like 7 locks. But on this account, I don't have a lock yet. So there's my treasure hunter for this account. It's not too bad. We got 3 more tickets. I'm going to blow everything I get on this banner on this account. Because if I get a Luneth, this account could turn into my main. Just because my other account really just does not have any 5-star bases. I've got a couple 6 stars now. And there's the shadow. I had to jinx it, didn't I? Alright, we're going to go for 1 more. Oh, wait, no, I have 2 more. Okay. Alright, everybody. We're gonna get a shadow. Wink, wink, hint, hint. It's gonna be a damn it. It's blue. Let's see what it is. Come on, does the music not hyping enough in the Luneth? Oh, it's a Kryl. Jesus. My curse is still here on other accounts. Kryl, Bedile, Shadow, Bedil, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Come on, be a rainbow. Be a rainbow. Not a rainbow. God damn it. I see rainbows in the background all the time, but I never see them in the actual thing. I, again, have yet to see a rainbow on my actual main account. I've gotten like 3 rainbows total. Oh, there's a full breaker for this account. That's not bad. So, we are now at... Where is it here? So we got a full breaker. We've got damage tanker, tank, treasure hunter, magic damage dealer. I'm really just lacking a healer for a decent setup here. But, should work decently. Did I have another ticket? No, I don't. So... I will, when I get to 5K, I'll be doing a 10+1, so you can check that out on my stream, twitch.tv/Dovaz. I might even put it into a video. It'll be great. So if you stop by the stream, I basically stream whenever I'm not at work and on my days off. I will be doing at least one account. Will just constantly be re-rolling just to kind of see what we get. If it's a really good set of characters, or if you're watching and want the account, then I do give it away. If I pull a Luneth, the first Luneth I pull will turn into one of like a 3rd account of my own, because I'm gonna friend myself and then use him to try to carry myself. It's kind of weird. But any more Luneths after that, I'll give the account away. Because with this event, Luneth is so good that a lot of people are gonna just want to restart. Using him. It's kind of like the lightning. I don't recommend restarting though. Like this here is a secondary account that I play at the same time just to have fun. You don't really want to restart if you're really far in. You're going to lose your TM progress and trophy progress, unless your units are just that terrible. My units are all like 5 stars and have 6 stars in the future, so not the worst. I just really wanted Demon Rain, and now I really want Luneth, but anyway, that's the video, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius videos. I'm also going to be doing some Titanfall videos, Titanfall 2 that is, Gears of War 4. I play all 3 of these games as well on my Twitch channel, and obviously in the future I'll be doing more stuff, such as Final Fantasy 15 next month. Definitely going to be doing stuff for that, so check it out, and have a great day.